Six chair, for real.
Judah. This chapter will never leave Judah. This chapter will never leave Judah. This chapter will never leave Judah. I'm Judah. Christ sprang out of Judah. King David was Judah. King Asa was Judah. Don't crowd me up, who gon' rouse me up? Alistair Crowley, your time is up. It's a big mess, I gotta clean it up. Esau, the end of my kingdom's up. On the eagle's neck, I'll press. I woke up from my rest. My rulership is up next. No vex. Judah. This chapter will never leave Judah. This chapter will never leave Judah. This chapter will never leave.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
And welcome to the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We are located at 8524 South Braidwood Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77071. Our class times are Monday and Wednesday, 7 to 9, Friday, 6 to 8, and Shabbat morning classes from 10 to 2. We have another location out in Virginia. They're at 2610 Granby Street, Norfolk, Virginia, 23517. Their class times are Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 to 9. And their Sabbath morning classes from 10 to 2, same like ours. We also have another location out in San Antonio, Texas. Good teachers, good brothers out there. They're at 4444 Walsham Road, Suite 201, San Antonio, Texas, 78218. Their class days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And they start at 7:30, and they go to about 10. Yeah, 10:30.
Oh, 10.
Yeah, they go 7:30 to 10. We have other ways that you can stay connected and involved with the truth, as far as listening and having your soul ministered to. You can check out Priest Mashaba on Blog Talk Radio. So that's blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. And that's pretty much every day except the Sabbath, right?
Yeah.
So every day, Blog Talk Radio is pumping. You got Tazapah, you got Nagaya, you got Mashaba, you got Banabad. You got a variety of teachers on there. So check them out. We also have other YouTube channels that you can check out. Of course, the one that you're on right now, the one in Virginia. We have the 5 Minutes of Wisdom, the Hidden Truths Bible Show, and the Israelite Media Corps. All those you can find if you go to either the Virginia page or our page. They're right there listed underneath. So you can find it there. And they're good little videos, quick hits, just to spark someone's interest. Or if you want to brush up on something, something that I would do is on any little question is I'd make a card and I'll write all the scriptures that went along with that question. At least 3 to 5 scriptures that went along with that topic or that question, so that if it's ever posed, I know I'd fire back. Or if I don't know how to fire back instantly because it's not at the front of my mind, I can go to a little notebook and say, boom, boom, it's right there. So 5 Minutes of Wisdom is good for that. Hidden Truth Bible Show, Israelite Media Corps, all good for the same reasons. Israelware, they are accepting orders. So I would say if you want to get something customed, get it in now before the Passover starts hitting, because when Passover hits, Israelware gets shut down because a lot of Passover garments are being made. But we also have the Fringed Up, which is a monthly subscription where you can get a shirt for $35 a month, and it'll just continually rotate in every month. Or you can get a shirt in a matching headband for $75. So check that out. Very good deal. The sisters do very quality work. So I really appreciate what they do for us. Keeping brothers looking good out here. Making sure that we're that mark and that sign whenever we're walking around with our fringes. People recognize. So just keep it up, because Israel needs a sign. Here in Houston, every Tuesday and Thursday we have the Hebrew Academy. So if you're not in Houston or surrounding areas, please hit us up, and we can get you connected via internet chat on the Zoom or the Google Meets. And in Virginia, they do it every Wednesday, so check them out in Virginia as well. If you need to reach a priest or teacher, you can reach Priest Kazaki at 757-300-4047. Or you can reach Priest Kwatazap at 303-557-8979. And please text only during class. We have a business that support, the school has a business. It's called Sweet Ambiance. You know, you get your aromatherapeutic oils, your cologne fragrances, and your perfume fragrances. You can also get fragrances to burn in the house, or you can get bath bombs, soaps, anything that when it comes to smelling good, you can get it at Sweet Ambiance. So check us out, and all proceeds helps the school. So check it out. You'll be supporting the school in another way, and you're getting something for it. So check out Sweet Ambiance. If you want to mix, put it in the comment box. Maybe a brother or sister could help you out with a mix that you're looking for. If you want to make any donations or alms or offerings, you can drop that into the Wells Fargo account, or you can Zelle it to us. We are in need of supplies, pens, book, papers, notebooks, pencil pads, etc. Please hit up Priest Kwatazap. He can give you a good address where you can mail those items to. Because if you mail them directly to the school, we're not at the school 24/7, so we might miss the package. So please hit up Priest Kwatazap, and he'll give you a good address where you can mail those items. And again, that's just not for our school. For our school, San Antonio, Virginia, wherever you want them to go, just hit up Kwatazap, and he can get you a good address of where you can ship those items. All right, and that's it for the announcements.
Con. Shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
Shalom. So what we're gonna do for class today is we're gonna do the part 2 of the class that we did last Wednesday, which was what was the title?
Pray for your spiritual gift.
Yeah, praying for your spiritual gift. So yes, today will be the part 2 to that class. Just a quick synopsis of what we went over last Wednesday. We touched on, or on the part 1, we touched on, of course, I messed it up. We touched on why it's important to pray. Pretty much like the basics of praying, where we went over why it is that we face the east, why we have our hands up, that the churches have their hands closed. Why would one's prayer not be answered? We touched on those things. So it was a good class. So if you definitely missed it, if you definitely missed part 1, definitely go back and watch part 1. But part 2 should be good as well, right? So what we're going to be going over today is, all right, so we're all praying, right? We all pray. We all ask for things. We all make our supplications to the Most High. But what is it that you pray for? And what we're going to touch on right now is, what did the prophets pray for? What did men and women of the Bible pray for? Right? So let's start with 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 7. And I got a question for everybody. We're going to start with 1 Kings 3 and 7. Now my question is this, right? Check this out. Say you could have anything, like the Most High was like, listen, I'll grant you any wish, like on some genie type stuff, right? I'll grant anything you ask me for, I'm gonna do. What would you ask for? Anybody. What would you ask for? Most High is like, what do you want? It don't matter. What do you want? And I'm gonna give it to you.
I like these questions.
In class, online, what is it that you would ask for? The Most High was like, man, I'm very pleased with you. What do you want? This is.
That my family and my children come to the truth.
The family and children will come into the truth. Man, you always come with some answers that I'm not prepared for.
That is a very,
That is a very good one.
heartfelt, noble.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Magud.
I was gonna say peace. Oh, took me.
Peace. You know, I'm gonna just ask everybody. Derek.
Wisdom.
See, that's a good man. Roberto.
I will have for the knowledge and everything, knowledge and understanding.
Some righteous brothers and sisters in here.
So I like that.
I must be the most unrighteous in here.
So you got online. Kaya said, "Guaranteed spot in the kingdom for me and my family."
That's a good one.
Yeah, there we go.
Dawiyad said, "Wisdom." Dorcas says, "Wisdom." King Hitman said, "Stronger face." Brother Moshe says, "Peace and to go to the kingdom." All right. Hey, all good answers. All good answers, right? All very, very good answers. So check this out. Let's read this 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 7. Because guess what? And Kaya said, to be everything the Most High wants me to be. So, check this out. All good answers. What did you say, I'm on?
I was gonna say peace. That my brother here said.
Matanaya, what did you think? What would you ask for? For your husband to stay living? What would you ask for?
Like I said, a spot in the kingdom
A
with
s-
my family.
A spot in the kingdom for you and your family. Well, you know what's dope is you're gonna see like one thing. There's one thing that grants all those.
Yep.
Like every single question like every single answer that y'all gave, there's one thing that answers all that and more if you ask for it. So read 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 7.
1 Kings chapter 3, verse 7. And now, O Lord, my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David, my father. And I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or to come in.
Yep.
And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude.
So this is Solomon. This is Solomon pretty much speaking to Yahushua, right? And this is after, of course, David passed, and Solomon is now the king. Read on.
Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people.
Now, stop right there. Read that part again.
Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people.
Why? Why would this be important? An understanding heart to judge thy people, right? Y'all want to know why, like, he asked for this? Because nobody's thinking that. Like, who would ask for that? Like, man, give me an understanding heart so I can make the right decisions when it comes to the people. Devin Williams says all 12 tribes start founding the Most High across. Yes, all 12 tribes start finding out the Most High across the world, right? Then you got somebody else that Changes Growth says, I would ask to go back to age 15 where I started making all my mistakes that I currently regret today. And when I met my best friend, he was raised in the truth. I would have taken him seriously, right?
Yep, that's
Good answers.
dope one right there.
Good answers.
Very dope one.
But in verse 9, Solomon says, he's pretty much asking Yahushua, he's asking the Most High through Yahushua, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people. You know why that's important? An understanding heart to judge the people. That means that if you have that understanding mind, remember your heart is your mind. If you have that understanding mind to judge, you will never make the wrong decision. You will never make the wrong decision. The people that you let come into your life, you'll judge. You'll be like, okay, yeah, you're worthy, you're not worthy. Every situation, whenever it involves people, you will judge correctly. You will always make the right decision correctly. You will not move off of your emotion. You will not move off of your senses. You won't move off of your feelings. So you will always move correctly and make the right choice when it comes to people. But you know what else will happen? And this takes it back to your answer, right? Your speech will be seasoned with salt. So you will know how to answer everybody. You will know how to talk to people. One thing about Jacob, why they call him the supplanter, was Jacob knew how to finesse. And maybe finesse isn't the best word, but Jacob knew how to talk. Wisdom makes you know how to talk. You see what I'm saying? And really get into somebody's mind and make them see what you don't see. It says that Abraham was very good at that. Our father Abraham. When you read in the Josephus, it says that Abraham, he would go to these different places and talk to them about their religion, talk with them about their gods and what they believed in, and he would convince them and convert them into believing on Yahweh, into believing on the one true power, just by how his mind worked. You see what I'm saying? So Solomon, he asked for an understanding heart to judge the people, right? Read.
That I may discern between good and bad.
That way he may discern between good and bad. Discernment is very, very important. Proper discernment, knowing what to say, when to say, how to say. Think about it. If you know what to say, when to say it, how to say it, where to say it, you win. When, I forgot when. When to say it, why to say it, like, you pretty much won. You will always know you will always know what to say to the person. It don't matter how they are. You will always know how to present yourself to the person to make them believe what you're saying or follow you.
Yeah, to move in the way that you're trying to direct them.
Yeah. You'll always get that, right? But when you look at, let's take it, if you tie it into the scriptures and what Solomon was dealing with, somebody else said, I would ask for forgiveness. Another good answer. I don't think anybody could give a wrong answer here with this question, right? But the scripture says, when you deal with what Solomon is dealing with right now, remember Solomon was about to be a king. He was about to run Israel, be the king of the Most High's chosen nation, Israel. So, why is that important? Well, guess, like I said last time in class, this is what the Most High is training us for. Like, the kingdom of heaven is ours. We're training to be the elect. Not just the 1/3, yeah, I barely made it in. No, we're training to be the elect. The elect is going to be the ruling, governing body of Israel. So you're training to be a ruler. You see what I'm saying? You're trolling to be, I said trolling, you're training to be a person that's in judgment. You see what I'm saying? That's making the decision. You are the mover. You are the shaker. Whenever you speak, things happen. The one in authority. You see what I'm saying? That's what Solomon was under. So Solomon asked, give me an understanding heart that I may discern good and bad and how to judge properly, right? Read on.
For who is able to judge this, thy so great a people?
Read on.
And the speech pleased the Lord.
Yeah.
That Solomon had asked his name.
All right. So.
Let's just know where yet.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 11.
1 Kings chapter 3, verse 11. I want you to hold verse 11 and somebody give me Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 7. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 7.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 11.
I said 3, my bad, I'm sorry. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse, just start at 7, yeah.
Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom.
So wisdom is the first and most important thing, principle, right? Wisdom is the principal thing. The principle meaning the first, the most important, the majority, right? Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. Read.
And with all thy getting, get understanding.
So get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. As much as is in your power, understand what it is that you're doing. Understand what it is that you're talking about. Just understand wisdom, period. Wisdom is the what?
The principal thing.
It's the principal thing. But what else is it? It's not in the scripture. It's the correct application of knowledge.
Okay, come on.
Right? Wisdom is the correct application of knowledge. Right? And wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding. So you get knowledge. The correct application of knowledge is wisdom. And then when you start applying the knowledge that you done got correctly, you're getting wisdom. But then what else do you get after you get wisdom? You get understanding. You get that understanding. So in verse 9, Solomon is saying, give thy servant an understanding heart. So he's asking, it's like he's asking for a stage, the next stage after wisdom. He's asking for understanding. So he knows what it is that he's doing. Think about when you understand how to do something. You don't even think about it. You don't even think about it. You just do it. You already understand it. You understand it. Like right now, like math problems. Right? Math problems. What's 3 times 5?
8.
3 times 5.
Oh, 3 times 5. You said plus.
It's like it. 3 times 5, 15, right? But you understand multiplication, right? You understand multiplication. So you didn't have to get the paper and you didn't have to do all that. You already understood it. So it was asked. So you got it, right? Why? Because you understand it. It's like, Derek, you're a mechanic. You can change a tire. Do you even have to think about that? Do you have to go through the manual?
Yeah, no.
Just change the tire. You know what's up. You can install music, right? Yeah, you just install that. You understand it. You have the wisdom. If something goes wrong, you know how to troubleshoot it. So you know the ins and outs. If something bad is happening, if it's not functioning like it should function, you're like, oh, okay, you know how to troubleshoot it. So just think about the question that I asked y'all. And think about the answer. How wisdom actually fits all of it. Every answer that y'all asked for. Because if you had the wisdom on how to deal with people, how to deal with certain people, and what makes them click, then man, you can get anybody in the truth, right? Or get them to at least hear the truth. The Most High is going to be the one that picks. There's some things that are out of our control, right? So Solomon asks for this.
Yes, sir.
This is what Solomon asks for, that understanding. Understanding is very important. Imagine if I know we're all striving for it, but imagine if you understood this completely.
Oh, man.
And this, like just both of them. I don't have them in one. Imagine if you understood the Bible completely. Man, you would.
Wow.
Just imagine how you would feel. Oh, yeah, just go here. Yeah, just go there. This is why you're dealing with this.
Apply this.
Yeah, apply this. What does apply to? You know what I'm saying? Go anywhere. Like, imagine how good you would feel. You would feel amazing. But that's pretty much what Solomon was asking for. Go back to 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 11.
You know, it's like you get that, you know how it said, he'll give you a mouth that no one can gainsay or refute.
Exactly. See?
It's like
Yep.
no one can come up with no verbal argument against you. Even physical confrontations will be like, you could, just like how Yahweh Shai, when he was writing in the sand, when they brought the woman that was caught in adultery, it was like, he didn't even have to do nothing. Oh, you want to come kill me? I got wisdom that I can make you not even see me no more. It's like, I'm here, but I'm not. When I would read when Yahweh Shai would dip off, I was like, he was a big dude. How did he just disappear? How did he miss him? But he had this wisdom. He was able to control and do everything that we all talk about and we want to be able to do, because he had full understanding of this.
You know, it's like the disciples said to Yahweh Shai, you have the keys to life. Where else we gonna go?
Right.
So imagine if you really had the book down, you would have the keys to life. Nobody, well, I'm not gonna say nobody, because you did have people that just came for the fish and still dipped. But a lot of people, when the question was posed, a lot of people said, you know, I would want me and my family to get into the truth, to secure my spot in the truth. But imagine if you knew the scriptures 100% and you operate off the scriptures 100%. You had the, what is the scriptures? What is the scriptures? Just real quick. What is it? It's life. It's what?
It's the word of the Most High.
It's the word of the Most High. In other words, it's the what of the Most High?
It's the word of the Most High.
It's the word, but I'm looking for another word as pertaining to wisdom.
Oh, I was gonna say it's the wisdom of the Most High.
Yeah, but what is wisdom?
Oh,
Correct application of knowledge.
Correct application of knowledge. So what is this?
The knowledge of the Most High.
The knowledge. The knowledge of the Most High.
yeah.
So you apply this correctly, you have the wisdom of the Most High. So when you do that, you're literally a God on earth. You're like Yahweh Shai. You already know, you know the future, you know the past, you know,
Wow.
you just know. You see what I'm saying?
Tricks.
So, yeah, man. So this is, in other words, this is what Solomon is asking for.
John.
Because this is what the scriptures help you do. It gives you the proper discernment to make the right decisions, to judge yourself first and foremost, to be able to look at yourself and judge yourself. Are you in the spirit or are you not in the spirit? Are you being deceiving or are you not being deceiving? Or are you being deceived? Are you rolling like Yahweh Shai wants you to roll, or are you rolling like a demon? You see what I'm saying? The word gives you all this, first and foremost, so you can judge yourself, but then you'll be able to judge everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I seen today on the news, this little girl, I'm not gonna say little girl, she's 17, but she graduated from the University of Houston at the age of 17. She was reading by the time she was 2. She was reading at 2 years old. And just think about that. I think that the majority of kids would actually be able to do that. But what? Like everything from the time they're born that they set in front of TV is to just dumb them down.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? The nursery rhymes, all that is to dumb them down. They say that right now, from like 1 to 6, their brain is like a sponge.
Yes.
So their brain is a lot more powerful than we think, right?
Yeah, it can handle, and you can put more into them than well, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Than when you're older.
So why the hell are we teaching them, hey little doodle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon? I don't know. Yeah, like stupid nursery rhymes, right? But that's what they do, and they dumb them down. But imagine you rolling in the wisdom that the Most High wants you to roll in, and from a child, you have the time, and you just imputing, you're just pouring everything into this child coming up.
Yeah.
Imagine how far ahead that brain will be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go back and read 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 11. Let's get back to the point.
1
Kings chapter 3, verse 11. Go ahead.
Chapter 3, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High said unto him,
Go ahead.
because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked for riches.
And you know what's cold? Nobody asked for this. Nobody when I asked the question, it's dope. Nobody asked for long life. Nobody asked for riches. Read on.
For thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies.
Nobody asked for Esau. Nobody asked. Nobody asked any of that. You see how like it's crazy. You see how everybody asks for something, for the most part, pertaining not just for themselves, but for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? For their people. Read on.
But hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment.
Understanding to discern judgment. Read. Let's see what the Most High said. Read.
Behold, I have done according to thy words.
Read.
Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart.
This is the most important thing that you could want. Is a wise and understanding heart. And I know, you could be, a lot of people will be like, a wise and understanding heart? Hell, what? Man, that's whack. Again, I pose the question again. If you could have anything, if Yahweh Shah was standing in front of you and he was like, listen, I like how you've been rolling. I like how you've been living your life. Whatever you want, ask and I will give it to you. Ask and I'll give it to you. How many of us would have been like, man, I want to have a wise and understanding heart or a wise and understanding mind? Ain't nobody going to ask that. None of us really ask for that. You see that? You see how Solomon's thinking was just on a whole nother level? You ask for a wise and understanding mind. A wise and understanding mind. I'm going to show y'all why that's important. Go to Corinthians. Go to Corinthians. I flip right to it.
Oh, this?
2 Corinthians.
Oh, this?
Yes. 2 Corinthians 11 and 3. I'm going to show y'all why it's important to have a wise and understanding heart/mind. Read 2 Corinthians 11 and 3.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I fear,
Oh, man.
lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in the Mashiach.
That wasn't what I wanted. I wanted 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. I'm sorry. But that still goes with it. When you have a wise and understanding mind, you understand, man, everything is simple. When your mind is, when you understand what the hell you're doing, things become simple. But Slakia, this was the scripture I wanted. It was 1 Corinthians 14 and 33.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33.
Go ahead.
For the Most High is not the author of confusion,
Read on.
but of peace,
Uh-huh.
as in all churches of the saints.
So, right? Yahweh Shai, the Most High, is the author of what?
Peace.
And so who's the author of confusion?
Satan.
Satan. So, you got the Most High, Yahweh Shai, peace. You have Satan, confusion, right? Peace, confusion. And then you have, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, or a wise and understanding mind. So when you have understanding of something, what do you not have?
You don't have doubt.
You don't have doubt. But as pertaining to what we just read in 1 Corinthians 14 and 33, what is doubt?
Confusion.
Confusion. See what I'm saying? If you have an understanding mind on how you're supposed to move, you won't be confused. If you understand something, that means that you understand it. You're not confused of it. So, why is this important? Why would Solomon ask for this? And why should we be praying for this? Because if you understand, you will not have confusion. The opposite of confusion is what? Pertaining to the scripture. Peace. So, now let's look at our lives. You know, a big thing right now is people want to kill themselves. People are suicidal. People got depression. People got anxiety.
Yep.
People got fear. I mean, we can name all of it, right? People are unsure. People, like a lot of mental instability. So, in that person's mind, there's no what? Peace. There's no peace. There's confusion. So what does that mean? That person don't understand. That means that there's no, at somewhere, there's like a blockage. Where things should be flowing naturally, there's like a blockage somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So when you have that wise and understanding mind, you'll be at peace with yourself. Why? Because you understand yourself. You understand what the Most High wants from you. You'll be at peace with your spouse. Why? Because you understand your spouse. You understand what your spouse is doing. You understand what ticks them off, what doesn't tick them off. You understand your spouse. You understand what they need. You understand what they don't need. You understand how to make your spouse happy. Or you understand just how to click with your spouse. So what happens with that? Peace. and not confusion. You see what I'm saying? Now, go to the kids. Same thing with the kids. There's an understanding there with the kids. So now you don't got to worry about you and your kids being out the spirit. You know what your kids need, and you provide it. Why? Because you have that understanding. Your job. You know how you'll understand how to roll in your job. If you own a business, you'll understand how to operate your business and roll with people. It don't matter. You'll just know. You won't be like, you'll never be caught like off guard. It's like for those that work on the phone, right? Somebody call you on the phone that like got to call people a lot on the phone. Somebody will call you and they'll come in a type of spirit and you'll be like, oh, so you got this spirit on you. So what do? You can't meet fire with fire, so what do?
You spit on the fire.
You spit on the fire. So you mad and everything? Okay, let me come soft. What's up, man? What's going on? You need a hug?
Right.
You need a hug? You know what I'm saying? You'll know. You'll have that understanding on how to operate correctly. So that's what Solomon had. But then Solomon was the king. So if the king was like that, that means that the whole nation of Israel was operating like Solomon.
That's awesome.
The baby popped out. The baby already knew what's up. The babies were popping out like Yahweh Shai, Isaiah 11. But nah, he asked for a wise and understanding heart. That's all the Most High, bruh, like think about it. You sit down and you pray to the Most High and you ask him for a wise and understanding heart. That means that you're asking him, Yahweh, show me what you want. What do you want me to do? Show me. That way I can never go wrong. That way you can use me. That way I can be meat for the master's use. Show me, right? So that's what Solomon asked for. Because when you have this, you'll never have confusion in your life, man. Everything will always flow correctly. That confusion comes from you not knowing, you not understanding 100%. You not understanding 100% how to deal with somebody or how to deal with a certain situation. You see what I'm saying? Read on. Verse 11. Back to 1 Kings 3 and 12. Slide.
1 Kings chapter 3, verse 12.
Go ahead.
Behold, I have done according to thy words.
Go ahead.
Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart,
so
that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee.
Man, imagine the Most High tell you that. Listen, Derek, there's never been another man like you, and there'll never be another man like you.
He said, you know what? When I created you, I broke the mold afterwards, so that can never be recreated.
Like how the white man say you went to the moon. Liar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we lost the technology. That's what the Most High said.
Yeah.
Read verse 12.
Verse 12, 13.
Verse 13.
Verse 13.
Yeah.
And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked.
Because you know why? The Most High gave it to him, yes. But when you have wisdom, when you have the knowledge, let me go to it again. It says, wise and understanding heart. If you have a wise and understanding heart, read on. I'm going to show y'all something.
Both riches.
If you have a wise and understanding heart, you'll know how to make money. You'll understand how to make money. A lot of us don't know how to make money. A lot of us don't got money because we don't know. We don't know. The white man knows a lot of different ways to make money, and we don't. We've been conditioned as slaves. We wake up, we go to a job, we punch a clock, we dip, we get out, whatever. A lot of us, and they push, get in the drug game, sell some dope, cook the crack, play basketball, play sports, be a rapper. That's what they push to us.
Yep.
But for them, they have many different ideas of how to run businesses and work businesses and do all kinds of different things. Stock markets.
Wow. You know, on that, they invented the ways to, like, they designed the system to make money in the things that they know how to make money in. Like, they just, it's like, I don't know, it's like the things that we want to do, It's like, no, that doesn't make money in this society.
Right.
But if you take a natural resource and bottle it and sell it back to people, that's going to make money in our society. It's almost like whatever and then the loopholes that they make are designed for themselves.
Yes.
It's not designed for us to get in and make the money the same way that they make the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they use the wisdom wickedly to monopolize society.
God. So you look at money, I mean, riches. Now, riches isn't just money. You could be rich in your family, where you and your families y'all just get along. Your kids are smart as hell. They're not bad. You are blessed. Rich in family, rich in whatever. It don't just got to be money, right? But the Most High blessed him with riches. Most High blessed him with honor, respect, right? Who don't want that? But all that came from what? Wisdom. It's a byproduct of wisdom. Read on.
And honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days.
Read on.
And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days.
So we see what Solomon asked for. Most High pretty much asked Solomon for anything. Solomon asked for that. So what should we be asking for? The same thing. When we set up prayers in the morning, don't forget to include that in your prayers. Things will flow smoothly. When you set your prayers up in the afternoon, when you set your prayers up at night before you go to sleep, don't forget to include that in your prayers, because it encompasses everything. Everything. Now, let's go to 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 9. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 9. Let's see what another prophet asked for. And y'all going to see it's kind of like along the lines of the same thing. Go ahead.
2 Kings chapter 2, verse 9.
And
it came to pass, when they were gone over, that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee, before I be taken away from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me.
Now, Elijah, if y'all don't know, Elijah will call down fire in a heartbeat. Try Elijah the wrong way. See if he don't burn you up. Elijah will burn you up quick. Guess what? Moses parted the ocean. Guess what? Elijah parted I guess it was a river.
Yes, he did.
I didn't want to say it was an ocean. I know he parted some body of water.
Okay.
Moses raised the staff, parted the ocean. Elijah hit that sucker with his mantle. That sucker passed. He didn't need a boat.
Nope.
He just keep walking. You see what I'm saying? Elijah was a very powerful man, very powerful prophet. You see what I'm saying? So Elijah asked Elisha. Elisha was next up. Elisha was who Elijah was teaching. Elijah asked him, what you want? I'm the Most High is finna call me. I'm finna be gone. What do you want? Let me give it to you. I'm gonna give you whatever you want. Elisha said, give me a double portion of thy spirit. A double portion of thy spirit. So what is something else you should be praying for? You see somebody cold in the scriptures, man, Yahweh, give me a double portion of David's spirit. Give me a double portion of Solomon's spirit. Y'all see how Elisha didn't even sell himself short? Elisha wasn't like, man, give me Elijah's spirit.
Make me as good as him.
Yeah, make me as good as him. Elisha was like, man, give me double that. Give me double. Give me double. A lot of times we sell ourselves short. A lot of times we do, man. You'll be like, you'll ask for something. Most High is like, that's it? Bro, come on, man. You can do better. You can do better. You ask for something better. That's it.
Yeah.
That's like you asking for, a lot of times when we ask, it's like we're asking for the PlayStation 1. It's a PlayStation 5 now. Ask for something more. Try the Most High. That's what I'm saying? A lot of times we sell ourselves short. But when you look at Elisha was like, give me a double portion. He wasn't even scared. Give me a double portion of your spirit. But that's what it's about. Y'all should want double portions. You see somebody, man, that's you living your life. You see a brother that's dealing and moving in the right way. Give me a double portion, please, Yahweh. Give me a double portion of Kazakian spirit, Quatazak spirit. Give me a double portion of all the wise men and elders. Give me a double portion. I like the way this cat counsels. Yahweh, give me a double portion of his counseling spirit. I like this cat's hospitality. I like this cat's just. I like his spirit. Give me a double portion. Yahweh, give me a double portion of this. Speaking as a woman. Give me a double portion of this sister's spirit. The way she can sacrifice for her family, for her kids. Give me a double portion of that spirit. Give me a double portion of her humble spirit. Give me a double portion. Don't try to be the same. Ask. You see what I'm saying? Don't sell yourself short. But pray the same way Elisha was like, yeah, give me a double portion of that. Yeah. It's the same way, man. Pray. You think what you think? The Most High gonna be like, man, this guy is asking for a double portion of Elijah's spirit.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, who are you, bro? What's wrong with you? Most High gonna be like, Khan. I like that. That's what I want.
Yeah, buddy. There's something that comes along with it too. And it's like what we had talked about in the last class. You might pray for it, but it don't come the way that you think it would come. You praying for the double portion, well, you better be willing to go through double the portion of experience in trials to get it. Because you ask for something and it's like, damn, why am I going through this hell? It's like, because you asked for it. Right. Why is things just, all these different trials just arising in my life? Because you asked for it. You got to go through this fire in order to get that double portion. You got to go through these afflictions in order to have that type of understanding. I mean, not everything just gets twinkled. Now, granted, reading the scriptures, you can gain a lot of wisdom and understanding, and you can recognize and have an eye for situations. But not everything is just twinkled in your brain. And definitely like for young men and women, you can get experience from people that are older than you by listening to them. So that you don't have to actually go through the same experiences, but you can gain that wisdom and add it to what you got. You can gain what they got and put it to yours. But then there'll still be some type of trial above that. Because if you're going to get better than that, you're going to have your own trial that's above the trials that they had. Right. Does that make sense? Con. I just want to bring that angle out.
Con. Let's go here. Let's go to another story with Elisha and Elijah. Check this out. Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 15. 2 Kings, Salakia. Man, I'm setting y'all up for failure. 2 Kings 13 and 15. I didn't have this in there, but just on the point that we were making. 2 Kings 13 and verse 15.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 13, verse 15. And Elisha said unto him, take bow and arrows. And he took unto him bow and arrows.
Go ahead.
And he said to the king of Israel, put thine hand upon the bow. And he put his hand upon it. And Elisha put his hand upon the king's hand. And he said, open the window eastward. And he opened it. Then Elisha said, shoot. And he shot. And he said, the arrow of the Lord's deliverance and the arrow of deliverance from Syria, for thou shalt smite the Syrians in Aphek till thou have consumed them.
All right, stop. Just pause for a second. So say you're a king or a queen, right? Nah, let me not use that analogy. Say the Most High was going to grant you whatever it is that you wanted. All right, let me just use the phrase of money. Let me use this phrase of money, right? Because I guess everybody kind of wants more money, so I'll just use money. Say the Most High gave you an arrow. He shot the arrow, and you shot the arrow, right? And the Most High was like, I want you to beat this arrow. Beat this arrow, and I'm going to give you some money. Just beat the arrow on the ground, and I'm going to give you some money. How many times did you beat that arrow?
Oh no, you gotta say it like this. You gotta say it like this. You gotta imagine every time you beat the arrow.
Nah, that's gonna give it away.
That's gonna give it away.
That's gonna give it away.
Okay. You're right.
You already ruined it.
No.
You did.
No, I didn't.
All right. Beat the arrow. Say what you was gonna say. You not interrupt.
I want to say, depending on how many times you beat the arrow, depends on how much money you get.
You gave it away.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
That's what the story says.
But Elisha never told. Elisha never told him that. Elisha just said beat the arrow.
Oh.
He never said how many times you. Let's just read. Read on.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
And he said, take the arrows. And he took them. And he said unto the king of Israel, smite upon the ground.
See, he just said smite upon the ground.
Coming.
He didn't say how many times. Smite upon the ground. Hit the arrows on the ground. Read.
And he smote thrice and stayed.
So the king was like, now I say the analogy I was using was if you knew the Most High was going to bless you with some money and he said take these arrows and hit them on the ground, you just going or would you want to give me money? It's like when you knock on somebody's door, do you or do you you knock, right? All right, so you got this king. Let's see what happened. Read verse 19.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
And a man of God was wroth with him and said, thou shouldest have smitten 5 or 6 times. Then hadst thou smitten Syria till thou hast consumed it. Whereas now thou shalt smite Syria but thrice.
Yeah, so he hit the arrow 3 times. So the Most High, Elisha was like, bro, now you're only going to win like 3 battles. 3 battles. They're going to come back, and they're going to end up destroying y'all. You hit the arrow 3 times, bro. So you win 3 battles. What's up?
It's kind of like he was being bashful instead of confident in the Most High.
Yeah. Great point. Yeah, man. Don't be shy or nervous.
Right.
Prove the Most High. Test the Most High. That's what he wanted. So because he only hit the arrow 3 times, they won 3 battles. That was it. But Elisha, as we read on, we're not going to keep reading on, but Elisha was telling him, if you would have just kept smiting, you would have utterly destroyed the Syrians, and you wouldn't have had to worry about nothing. So I say that just to say, whenever we're praying for something, don't count yourself short. Don't hit your arrow 3 times. Like, keep hitting your arrow. You see what I'm saying? Just keep pushing. Keep hitting it. The Most High, he's going, all right. Yeah, keep blessing you. All the blessing in the world. Don't. Like 3 times. That's it.
No, he didn't put a number with it. He said smite it.
Yeah, he said smite it. Bro, you should have submitted until he said stop. All right, bro. Just
the arrow broke.
He submitted until it just splinters.
Can I get another one?
Yeah, but you see how it is, man. Like how the Most High wants us to move sometimes, especially when it's concerning Him, man. The Most High got something for you. The Most High is gonna give you a blessing, bro. Hit the arrow. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. Derek?
That's when that wisdom would have came in handy, huh?
You said it, brother.
That
You
wisdom.
said it.
Yeah.
God.
Had that understanding hard?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what he really means by this. Let me.
Bring more.
God. Let's go back to 2 Corinthians 2:10. 2 Corinthians 2 and man, I keep 2 Kings 2:10. Slakia. Slakia, y'all.
2 Kings chapter 2, verse 10.
So again, don't sell yourself short, man. Don't sell yourself short. You trying to put in work for the Most High. You praying to the Most High. Don't sell yourself short and ask for something small. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like the scripture says. A man asks you to go a mile, go twain. Go a little bit further, right? Read on.
2 Kings chapter 2 verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing.
So Elijah said to Elisha, man, you asking a double portion of my spirit. You asked a hard thing. Read on.
Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, it shall not be so.
Kind. So at least Elisha was like, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm not going to sell myself short. I'm not going to beat my arrow 3 times. Like, man, just give me a little bit of your spirit. Nah, give me a double. Give me a double portion of your spirit. Elijah was like, listen, if you see me dip, if you see me leave, then that's how it's going to be. But if not, then the Most High didn't grant that. Read verse 11.
Verse 11.
Yes, sir.
And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire that parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into the heaven.
And Elisha saw it, so Elisha got that granted, right? All right, let's go to one more story. This one's really short. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 10. The book of 1 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 10. And this is about praying. This is on the topic of praying and what are the prophets, what are the brothers and the sisters of the scriptures, our forefathers and foremothers, what did they pray for? 1 Samuel 1 and 10.
1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 10. And she was in bitterness of soul.
Go ahead.
And prayed unto the Lord, and wept sore. And she vowed a vow, and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thine handmaid,
go ahead,
and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but wilt give unto thine handmaid a man-child.
Go ahead.
Then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life.
Read on.
And there shall no razor come upon his head.
So y'all see what Samuel's, this was that child that the Most High ended up granting her was Samuel. But y'all see what his mom was praying for? Why do I go here? I go here because what does a woman love more than the Most High and her husband?
Children.
Her children. Her children, right? So a woman is going to pray always for her children. So how do you get the Most High's attention when you want, as a woman, to pray for your kids? When you say, listen, this child that I want you to give me, I want to give this child to you. I don't want my child, and why would you not want that, especially in these day and age? If you're a woman, do you want your daughter to be on a strip pole? No. I mean, I would hope not. Do you want your daughter to be walking down Bissonnette? I'm glad Ramiro just moved out here. Me and Ramiro's first day driving down Bissonnette. What did you see, Ike?
I didn't want to erase from my head.
He saw some stuff he wants to erase. Literally 2 of the worst that I've ever seen on Bissonnette, me and him saw. On the first day, me and him drove down Bissonnette. Listen, I seen one chick completely naked on Bissonnette. This is where he was riding.
I had to.
Completely butt naked, just walking down the street.
I heard it's just net, always just see through nets.
This chick had nothing.
Oh, man.
Not even socks.
Oh.
Not even, and I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, and even the chick before that, she just had a shirt. There was nothing on underneath. There was nothing. Now, I say that because that's what the world has to offer. So, why not? Yeah. Yahweh Shai, here's my kid.
Right.
Because that's what they want for our kids in the world. That's what they want. That's what they want. Nobody has to answer this question, but how many parents right now got kids that got charges? That already got charges? That might be in jail? How many kids? How many parents right now like watching is like, yeah, my son got a charge, or my son is in jail. You don't want that for your kid. So you don't want none of that. I mean, the list goes on. That's true. So, as you can see, Samuel's mom was like, listen, I want a son, then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life. All the days of his life. And there shall no razor come upon his head. Y'all see what she prayed for?
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing it out there for, you know, you do have a lot of women, a lot of men that will be praying and asking for kids that can't get kids. Well, here's a sister right here in the scriptures that couldn't get kids. How did she get what did she do to get the Most High's attention? Well, listen, if you bless me with a kid, he's yours.
Dedicated to you.
He's yours. Even if you got a kid now, that kid should be yours. You see what I'm saying? It's the Most High's. As men, if we got kids, the babies can't come before the Most High. Why? How? Why do I say that? Look at Abraham. Abraham was willing to sacrifice his son. The other son was gone.
Yeah,
Abraham
his
was
heir.
His heir. So, and as a man, I don't have a son, but as a man, ain't that son important to you?
Yes.
That son is very important to you. So,
Especially at his age.
especially, sis.
Just had some- So my oldest daughter, when she was 2 months old, she had cancer, and
Wow.
you know, we didn't know if she was gonna make it or not, what have you. One particular night, I was there by myself with her, and I prayed, and I actually said that. I was like, you know, I'm just giving her back to you, God, you know, whatever. And my mom called me to check on me, see how everything was going. I said, I just gave her back to the Lord. Mom, she said, what you mean? Where you take her? I go pick her up. But she ended up having to have surgery. They removed her left ovary and the cyst that was still encapsulated. And they thought that she said she was going to die. I had chemotherapy. She never had any chemotherapy. And she has 3 children, grandchildren. She's never had 3 children. And she's 28 right now.
Look at
Never
that.
had any other issues, you know. As far as that was concerned.
Look
And
at
it was
that.
just funny that you said that because, you know, she was like the 3rd person in the whole world that had something like that. And we didn't know how to deal with it, you know, what to do. And so I was like, I don't want to have, you know, chemotherapy because I know that'll kill her, you know. So at that point, you know, my family and I, we just all got together and I just prayed and I just said, we're not gonna do it, but I'm just gonna do it to the Lord.
God.
So I did. It was like my mom said, "Where you take her? Where's she at?"
God. Hey, all praises to the Most High, man.
All praises.
The power of prayer. And I'm glad you brought that story out because, bro, prayer is real and prayer is powerful. You know, again, I started doing this class because, and I'll admit it, prayer is something that I need to be more consistent on. And like I said, I pray in my mind all the time, but to stop what I'm doing and take the time out to face the east and humble myself and pray to the Most High, you know, we're all busy. You know what I'm saying? We all got a lot of things going on in our life, hustle and bustle. We wake up, oh my God, I'm late. I snooze the alarm a million times. Oh my God, I'm late. Let me hurry up, try to get showered, get dressed, speeding through traffic. Oh my God, I gotta get the kids ready, bring them where they need to go. Like, we all go through that and we always forget. Screw the job. Screw the traffic. Let me give thanks to the Most High that I woke up.
That's right.
Let me give thanks to the Most High that everything is good. So let me set the prayers up. We always forget to do that, man. So, and I'm guilty of it. So this was one reason why I did put this class together on praying because it's very important. Because look at the example the sister just brought out. You said she was the 3rd person in the whole world.
It was actually, she was the 3rd person in the whole United States.
3rd person in the whole United States.
And
America
she was
has
a
about
baby,
350
so
people.
She was a baby, so she was very, very rare.
Very rare.
Very, very rare.
350 million people in the U.S. and she was the 3rd. Listen, man, a lot of times, man, we live this life and we always think, man, that can't happen to me. That won't happen to me. Not me. You say that until it happens to you.
That's right.
Think about all the things that can happen to you. Just all the things. You could be walking right now, a tire hit your head. What's the chances of that happening? Right? You could be driving and your car just explodes out of nowhere. What's the chances of that happening, right? You could be anywhere and a bullet just comes because somebody shot it in the air and it starts coming back down with the same velocity and that sucker hits you.
That's
What's
crazy.
the chances?
Think about that.
What's the chances of that happening to you?
That happened in the valley.
What's the chances of getting struck by lightning? What's the chances? The chances are very slim, right?
Twice.
But think about all the millions of chances of something happening to you that you don't think about. Like how they got that show 1,000 Ways to Die.
That's what I was thinking about.
Just think about it. Anybody got stairs in their house? Anybody got stairs? Like got to go upstairs in their house? Damn, so it's just me and you?
And me.
Oh yeah, Shatak. So we're the only ones that, if we didn't have the Most High on our side, every time we go up and down some stairs, we'll be like, man, I can slip, fall backward, break my neck, and that's it.
Look, I had a cousin. He slipped in the shower, fell out the shower, hit his head on the toilet bowl, done.
Bro, I had a friend in middle school. He was he was taking a number 2. He was using the restroom, and at the cat next door was cleaning his gun. Apartment complex. He was cleaning his gun. The gun went off, hit my friend in the head. He was just on the toilet taking a dump. Wow. So at any second, anything can happen to you. Any second, anything can happen to you. Any second, any time. So you got to take that time out of the day to pray.
That's right.
You got to, man. It's your greatest. It's our greatest weapon, and I'm gonna go into that. But yeah, back to this 1 Samuel. So the sister, Samuel's mom, she asked for that, man. She's like, listen, give me a son. I'll give you the son is gonna be yours. That's her only son. She ain't never had a child. She's like, man, if you give me a son, if you give me a man child, he's gonna be yours. The Most High did give her that man child, and guess what? She did it. After she weaned the child, she gave Samuel over. Samuel became one of the greatest prophets ever. We're still reading about Samuel. So when you look at that, what is it that you lack? What is it that you lack, man? Especially if it pertains to another person. It shows you another way that you can pray. Man, Father, give me a husband. Father, give me a husband. I'm going to be the best wife I can possibly be to this man. Or, Father, give me a wife.
Yep.
I'm going to be the best husband that I can. Did I say wife or husband? Well, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Father, give me a wife. I'll be the best husband that I could possibly be and raise up seed for you. That's going to be all for you. You see what I'm saying? So, just showing y'all that. All right, let's go to Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 9.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 9.
Go ahead.
After this manner, therefore, pray ye.
So again, this is under the point of what did the prophets pray for? Right? Well, what better way to pray than to have Yahweh Shai tell you how to pray, right?
True.
Read on.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
So, 1 second. So when you pray, give praises to the Most High. Hallowed be thy name. Give praise to the Most High, man. Bless are you. Give him that honor and that praise that he deserves in your prayer. Read.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven.
Pray for his kingdom. Pray for what he has going on, what he has set up. Pray for that to be done here on earth. Read on.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Pray for your food, man. The food is messed up. I went grocery shopping for the first time in a long time. My brother, listen. Yeah, my rib usually takes care of that, right? But brother Romero, bless my game. So I went grocery shopping, and listen, my daughter, she don't eat like that. I be trying to get her some stuff to eat. So I'm in there, I'm buying Pop-Tarts. I'm trying to buy stuff for the family. You know what I'm saying? I had the food stamp card balling out. I'm trying to buy stuff. And listen, I make it to the house. My rib's like, this is diet yogurt. That's why she hates it. That's why the babies don't like it. It had like fruit and all that. So I'm like, okay, maybe she'll like it. She didn't like it. She was like, this is Pop-Tarts. That has pork. I'm like, it has pork? Are you serious?
The plain ones. The plain ones don't have pork.
See? But who wants the plain ones, though? But she's like, yeah, this has pork. I'm like, what? But I'm just bringing that out. I'm going to bring out another situation. I bought some hot dog links, barbecuing, you know what I'm saying, trying to feed people.
Oh, man.
And they had pork. You know, and you know, I'm bringing this out because why? Because we gotta pray for our food, man. We don't understand like how important it is to really like just give thanks for the food that you eat. First of all, a lot of people don't have food to eat. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, the food that we eat is trash.
It is.
When's the last time you ate and you was just like, man, yeah, let's go run. You want to go run?
Never.
When's the last time you ate? You was like that, man. Like, yeah, let's go run. Yeah. I'm one. Listen, usually when you eat nowadays, you like.
They gonna sit down.
You take the blanket. You go right to sleep because the food is that bad, man.
You ain't changed it, but it's the food that is what you're putting into your food too. Because I make soup at home, chicken soup, but I put like kale, spinach, and all the other greens in it. And believe me, I can guarantee you that you ain't gonna get tired after you finish. You can get filled up.
You're right. You're right. But I'm gonna say this. I actually give thanks that I worked at the HEB distribution center. That's the grocery supply store here in Texas, if nobody knows. So when I worked there, I worked in the produce section, right? The kale, the lettuce, the spinach, the asparagus, all that, right? Bruh, you know how long that stuff sits in the warehouse before it comes to us?
It's a long time.
That sucker sits for a while. First of all, after they cut it and they bag it and it sits where they have it at for a minute, and then it's on an 18-wheeler for like a day or two, and then when it finally gets here, it sits in this warehouse for a while. And guess what? When we were taking them off that truck, everything is timed. It got to be in and out, so we're not doing it carefully. Right. So those bags of kale, I'm telling you because I've done it. Yep. I've done it. The bags of kale fall on the floor where people are spitting.
Oh.
Spitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked with this guy. He was an alcoholic. And he'll be up 3 days straight drinking. And he'll be sick. Sick as hell. And he'll just be in there just spitting on the floor. Now, we'll be taking him off the pallets. And that sucker will fall. All the kale's on the floor. And you know what we do? We don't want to get in trouble. So we hurry up and bag it before the manager sees and put it back up. And that's in your refrigerator. Now, that doesn't happen to all of them, of course. But what does happen to all of them is this. They do sit in that warehouse for a couple of days before they do go out to the grocery store. And then when they finally do go out to the grocery store, guess what? They sit in that grocery store maybe for a day or two before they do actually get on the shelf. So the meat is worse. Meat is way worse, but your produce, listen, bro, when you cut a leaf, you see that leaf start the wither in about a day or two. That kale, them spinaches, all that sucker's not withering for a while. You look on the expiration date and you got a whole month. So, yeah, man, it's still bad. It's still bad. Listen, I dare everybody to go to the store and buy you a loaf of bread. Just go buy you a loaf of bread for $1 or $2, however much they sell those loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And I want you to just put that sucker in your closet or something.
3 days is out.
3 days?
3 days.
What do you mean?
What bread?
Yeah, my bread, the one I've been buying, 3 days it starts to go moldy. So
Oh, that's good, because my bread's been not molding for a whole 6 months. I check it and I'm like, it's not even hard. The bread ain't even hard. Like I go and I look at the bread. It's cheap bread. But I open the bread, I look at the bread, and it's like
6 months.
I'm not exaggerating. Am I exaggerating?
We didn't eat it. We was trying to see if it would mold.
And did it mold?
It wasn't 6 months.
But did it mold?
It did not mold.
See, I knew
I'm
it
talking
was-
about the one from the apartment that flooded. Do you remember that one?
Oh,
That one was 6 months.
Oh, you was running experiments.
The bread was behind the refrigerator. I forgot about it.
Oh,
Yeah. So listen, I want y'all to do that though. Seriously, take a loaf of bread, put it. Let's see how long it takes to mold, if it ever molds. So this stuff that we're eating, we got to give thanks for our food, man. Pray for the food that you eating. Y'all see it, man. Read verse 12.
Verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors.
So forgive our debts, man, as we forgive our debtors. Listen, ask the Most High for forgiveness when you done somebody wrong. You see what I'm saying? When you done offended somebody, ask the Most High for forgiveness. And the same way you're supposed to be forgiven, you're supposed to be forgiving people that you've done wrong. Read on.
And lead us not into temptation.
And this is a very important one. Ask the Most High, pray. Like, I got to understand this prayer. Daily it's important. Daily it's important. Don't lead me into temptation, Yahweh. Be there with me. Don't turn your back on me. Where Satan can get me. Watch me, guide me, that way I don't fall into temptation. Read on.
But deliver us from evil.
Read on.
For thine is the kingdom,
Uh-huh.
and the power,
Yeah.
and the glory, forever. Amen.
Con. Let's go to Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Philippians chapter 4, verse 6.
Philippians chapter 4, verse 6.
Again, so this is just on the point of what did the prophets pray for? What should we be praying for? Read on.
Be careful for nothing,
Uh-huh.
but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto the Most High.
Let your request be made known unto who?
The Most High.
The Most High. Read on.
And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ,
Now-
Yahushua.
Now I want y'all to think about this. This verse 7 is extremely cold. Extremely cold, especially with what we just went over, right? When we were talking about the Most High dealing with peace, Satan with confusion. Earlier in the class, we was talking about understanding and wisdom, what Solomon prayed for. Read verse 7 one more time.
And the peace of God,
Uh-huh.
which passeth all understanding.
So when you have the understanding of the Most High and how he works, what do you get? You get the peace. You get the Most High's peace, man. Not the peace that we think is peace. What the Most High considers to be peace, which is, we can't even imagine that. Read on.
Shall keep your hearts
Uh-huh.
and minds through Yahushua Mashiach.
Why? Because when you have that understanding that the Most High gives you, then your mind is directly in link with what Yahushua wants. It's like my favorite scripture. It's in Colossians, I think it's Colossians 2:8 or Colossians 2:10, where it says that you're complete in Yahushua. You'll never feel complete if you're not rolling with what Yahushua laid down. You just won't. You will never be at peace. You'll never feel complete. You'll never just wake up smiling. Just wake up just happy. Why? Because you're not in the same wavelength with Yahushua. Now read verse 8. Let's see what else. Read on.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true.
Whatsoever things are true. Now, this is important because whenever we pray, you got to make sure that your mind is in this realm right here. You got to make sure that your mind is on the truth. Read on.
Whatsoever things are honest.
Read on.
Whatsoever things are just.
Make sure your mind is just. Make sure your mind is on the truth. You know what I'm saying? Don't get deceived. The scripture tells you don't lie to yourself. Put away the old man and stop lying to yourself. Put away the old woman. Stop lying to yourself. Stop thinking on the old man and the old women and the ways and the thoughts and all that. Get rid of that. And start thinking on the things that's true. Start thinking on the things that's honest, which is what? What is truth? Thy word is truth. Start thinking on that. Whatsoever things are just, right? Go ahead.
Whatsoever things are pure.
Read on.
Whatsoever things are lovely,
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever things are good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
Now, I want y'all to be 100% honest with me. You don't even have to say it or not. How many of y'all like actually think of verse 8 when a situation pops up? Do your mind flow like this? Do your mind flow on like thinking of the things that are true, honest, just, pure, lovely, things that are good, things that are of virtue, things that are of praise? Whenever a situation pops up, is this how your mind flows? Or does your mind automatically go to the negative?
It's a fight.
Right.
It's a fight.
It's really a fight when it comes to me.
Mm-hmm.
All these negatives hit me, and then you got to refer yourself back to where the Most High actually took care of you, because you're having all these spirits attack you. You feel it.
God.
You know?
And what are the spirits?
Your mind frame.
Your mind frame, your thoughts.
Thoughts.
So when you're saying you are Khan, you're absolutely having all these spirits attack you. You're having all these thoughts. They're just y'all ever watch? It's gonna be another Dragon Ball Z reference. Y'all ever watch like Dragon Ball Z fighting? See how fast they be fighting? That's how it be. That's how it be in your mind. That's how you be getting attacked.
Quick.
Oh, I got no.
Like just real quick. Like not even like a Mike Tyson just knockout punch. It's like somebody who's a boxer that throws like a whole bunch of combinations just really fast. Well, he runs a lot. I wouldn't think of him like when it comes to I'll say Javante Davis. The tank. He'll throw some combinations on you and knock you out. That's how your mind be. Just coming at you, just real quick. Something happened and it's just.
In other words, your mind is just racing 1,000 miles per minute.
Con.
You know when you're in a situation or you're in some type of you're stressed in a certain way. You're thinking of all these different possible outcomes. Your mind is just racing. And someone can be talking right in your face and you just don't hear them because your mind is on all these other things at that moment.
Yep.
That's more like what he's talking about, how these thoughts can be hitting you. They're just racing through your mind. For those of you that don't know about Dragon Ball references.
What's that one Asian guy, fighter, died by a gun when he was filming the movie?
That's Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Brandon Lee.
You see how?
Oh. Bruce Lee.
That's his son, but
Brandon.
That is
Brandon
Brandon Lee.
Lee.
That's his son.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee.
He didn't die by the gun in the movie.
Oh, so it's Brandon Lee?
Yeah.
So I want Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee's fast as hell, right?
Yeah.
He'll put a combination on you real quick, and that's what your mind does. So this Philippians is important because it's showing you. If you want to keep your mind at peace with the Most High and keep your mind flowing through Yahweh Shai, these are the things that you got to think upon. These are the things that verse 8 is what you have to think upon, man. Verse 8 is what you have to pray for. Verse 8 is when you set up your prayers, listen, Yahweh, keep my mind like this, man. Keep my mind true, honest, just, pure, lovely, virtue, praise. Because once your mind leaves this realm, oh, bro, you're playing with Satan. You're playing with your mind. And Satan got you. And that's not what you want, right? So let's go to Romans 8 and 20. Let's go to Romans 8 and 20. We're going to run through these real quick. Romans 8 and 20. At this point, we're moving on to the next point. The next point is going to be, what is it that we usually want? What is it that the flesh usually wants? So we're going to touch on this just to understand like how our fleshly minds work. Romans 8 and 20. Somebody else give me 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 8, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
For the creature was made subject to vanity.
So you got to understand, the creature, you, as a human being, was made subject to vanity. What is vanity? Vain.
Yeah.
You're made subject to things that are vain.
Empty.
And when you're a subject, what is that?
You're a servant of.
You're a servant. So us as humans, we're naturally made servants to vanity. Read on.
Not willingly, but by reason of him who hath subjected the same in hope.
Khan. Most High did that because it's a test. It's a test. We're made subject to vanity, but if we hope in Yahweh Shai, it don't got to be like that. We don't got to be servants to vanity, right? So this is how our mind works. Whenever we pray, we always think to pray for something vain. Not saying that anybody in here named anything vain, of course not. But think about what you would pray for before you came into the truth. Think about the stuff you prayed for. All that was vanity. But now that you're in the truth, it's not as vanity, right? Go to 1 John chapter 2, verse 16.
1 John chapter 2, verse 16.
So one of the first things to understand is that we were made subject, our normal fleshly thoughts is vanity. Read on.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Now, when you think about the stuff that you would pray for before you found the truth, usually it had something to do with the lust of the flesh, or it has something to do with the lust of the eyes, or it has something to do with the pride of life. You wanted to be seen. It didn't have anything to do with the Father. It's all of the world. I guarantee you, go ask anybody that's close to you that's in the world, and just ask them, if God came to you and was like, I'll grant any wish you have right now, just ask them what they would ask the Most High for. And you're gonna see how much different that worldly mind is compared to yours.
They're gonna ask for the lottery winnings. They're gonna ask for a good man. They're gonna ask for and that's a good man according to what their mind thinks. Like a Tyler Perry movie, Good Man. Like that Tyler Perry movie just irks me in the sense that the way it's subtle. What they bring across a message, but they're mixing the good with the bad. That's what irks me so much. But yeah, they'll bring all these different carnal aspects, and it's like, is that all you want? Like, that's nothing.
I guarantee half of them are going to ask just to be billionaires.
Oh yeah, over half.
I mean, truthfully, before I found the truth, that's what I would have asked for. Give me all the money in the world. Because with money comes power, right? So you would have been able to do anything.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, I would have more problems, but I would have more money. I would have money. Money fixes all. That's how you think in the world.
I was gonna say, speak to all the lottery winners that won billions of dollars and lost all of it in like 4 years.
Yeah.
So, you don't have the wisdom.
That's horrible, bro.
You have the wisdom to hold on to it.
Yeah. Damn, bro. You imagine having $1 billion and losing that?
It's happened.
Damn.
No, I can't. I can't.
Yeah, this guy right here, he's not gonna lose $1 million.
Mike Tyson.
God. Let's go to James chapter 4, verse 3.
MC Hammer.
And then go to Galatians chapter 5, verse 17.
James chapter 4, verse 3.
No, just go to Galatians 5:17. We hit this one last class, so and then somebody give me Proverbs 27 and 20.
5:17?
Yes, sir. Galatians 5:17 and then Proverbs 27 and 20.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 17.
Yes, sir.
For the flesh lusted against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary, the one to the other. Mm-hmm. So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
So another thing that we got to understand. Read that one more time, brother.
For the flesh lusted against the spirit.
So you got the flesh, you got the spirit. You got the flesh, you got your flesh, you got your spirit. Nobody in the world thinks like this. Nobody in the world is like, man, I have two sides. A fleshly side and a spiritual side. They're just all caught up in the fleshly side. Nobody thinks about the spiritual side. Read on.
And the spirit against the flesh.
You got the flesh against the spirit against the flesh. Right? Read on.
And these are contrary, the one to the other.
So when something's contrary, what is it?
In direct opposition.
It's the opposite. So the flesh wants to go this complete opposite way of the spirit, and the spirit is going to go the complete opposite way of the flesh. Which one is easier to stay in?
Flesh.
The flesh is way easier to stay in.
That's why it's good to fast every now and then.
That's why it's great to fast every now and then, which will be the next class. Fasting. Right? Read on.
So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
So the things that you would want to do, It's hard to do it. Why? Because a lot of the times you're in the flesh. You're operating in the flesh and not in the spirit. Mm-hmm. You're operating in what your desires are fleshly. And that screws you. It screws you, man. Y'all realize that? Come on, man. That's why the world is trash. Because they operate so much in the flesh. And the flesh usually is selfish.
Yep.
The flesh usually is all about the flesh. Me. The flesh is all about what the flesh wants and what the flesh desires. Think about it right now. Think about it right now. How many people wouldn't mind losing 20 pounds? How many people wouldn't mind losing 20 pounds? Online in class, how many people wouldn't mind losing 20 pounds? Yeah, everybody. Except for Ramiro. Ramiro wants to gain some weight. Everybody would like to lose 20 pounds, right? Everybody. But why don't you? Why? What's the battle when it comes to losing 20 pounds?
Your flesh.
It's the flesh. It's that number 2. You know what I'm saying? You take the top button off and you put the patty belt on top. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and you put that sucker together, and then you just hold it like this before you eat it.
Oh, you like the dude from Lord of the Rings, like that.
And your kids ask for something, and you're like, nah, get away from me. Go eat your cereal. You know what I'm saying? It's food. It's food. Why? Because food it's appealing to the taste. But what is that? That's your flesh. It's your flesh. Your eyes, how you feel, the taste, all that. And then what does it do? You want to lose 20 pounds, but it's good. That pizza is fire, right? I mean, like all the stuff that's bad for you. It's just, look, sister said she loved chocolate. I know a lot of sisters that love chocolate. See? Chocolate's awesome. What is it called? One brownie is how much calories?
Well, like 170?
170. So you eat 4 brownies and it's like, what, a whole burger?
Yeah. You eat 4 brownies, you got yourself a burger.
Or that vanilla ice cream. Come on, man. But that's why the scripture says that so that you cannot do the things that ye would. Now, I use the analogy of food, right? But just think about the spiritual stuff that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? With yourself. Think about what you want to do for the Most High and how you want to please the Most High. But your flesh stops you from pleasing the Most High. Your flesh will stop you from doing the things that you want to do. Your flesh will stop you from sacrificing. Your flesh will stop you from giving your all. Your flesh will stop you from giving up and just screw everything. Yahweh, I want you. You're all that matters. Like your flesh.
Come on, bless on the sacrificial altar.
Sister, you gonna say something?
Yes, I don't remember where I heard it from, but I heard someone say that your flesh will get you, if you keep falling to your flesh and it fights you to fall to it, it's doing that and it's not going to even make it to the kingdom. If you're trying to go to the kingdom but you fall into the flesh, that's going to burn anyway.
See? Great point. Flesh and blood cannot what?
Enter
into the kingdom, man. So it's all about the spirit, but the fleshly ways, the fleshly reactions, it screws us. So when it comes to like you praying, back in the days, man, we used to pray for some fleshly stuff. I want a Draco. God, give me a Draco so I can waste all my enemies. My ops. Praying for a brick, like, come on, man.
On my opposition.
Yeah, that's the new word.
Okay.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 27 and 20. And then Deuteronomy 32 and 15.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 20.
Go ahead.
Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied.
Yeah, man, our eyes are never satisfied. So back in the day, back in the world, man, you'll pray for a car. You'll pray for that iPhone 12, the iPhone 13 come out. and it just got one slight feature. The volume button is now right here. It used to be like a centimeter low, but now it's up, and that's more convenient. You're like, I need to spend another $800 on that. That's how it be. That's how it be. But the eyes are never satisfied, man. It's never ever satisfied. So it's funny, man. You get caught up in your flesh, and you see it all the time, man. You see these Instagram models. You see these people that's all about their flesh, and they can never. Once they do that first plastic surgery, that's it.
Snowball effect.
That is it. Well, my cheeks.
It's like what I learned about the lip injections. I didn't know this, but because I thought once someone get lip injections, it's just there. But they got to continue to keep a maintenance on it. They got to go like every other month or something like that. They get them re-injected, and then if they don't keep it up, their lips look saggy because you already stretched them out from the first time.
What is it like? What is it they put in the lips?
I don't know what they put in the lips. No, I really don't know. But I found out that a chick in the mall she worked at the cart next to us that she got lip injections. I never knew until a brother put me down, and he was like, yeah, she because of coronavirus, she didn't go get her lip injections. Like she didn't get the upkeep. And I was like, what? So what, her lips is saggy now? He was like, yeah, man, she missed them injections.
Come on.
So I guess the mask comes in handy in those situations.
You know what's funny about that too? That chick, I know the chick he's talking about. That is a Amalekite. That is somebody feeling like they're a Jew. They're a Jew, but they are not. So the Most High be fighting for us, man. Y'all just don't realize it.
Yes, he does.
You know, I'm not gonna put her business out there. Deuteronomy 32:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked.
And this is the thing. This is the thing right here. Back in the world, and even today. Well, not so much right now if you're in the truth, but back in the world, man, whenever you pray for anything, it was so that you could wax fat and kicked. It was so you could just be satisfied, man. And so you could be satisfied. Read on.
Thou art waxen fat. Thou art grown thick.
Uh-huh.
Thou art covered with fatness.
I'm sorry. I said satisfied. I meant comfortable. That's the word I'm looking for. And so you can be comfortable. Whenever you made your prayer back in the day, it was so that you wanted to be comfortable. The Most High is not about that comfortability, man. Read on.
For he forsook God, which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
All right, I got 15 minutes. Let's run through these. Somebody give me Numbers 11:29, and then John chapter 21, verse 15. All right, so we got what the prophets prayed for. We got what the second point after that was. What is it that we usually pray for? Usually it's something carnal. Usually it's for us to be comfortable. Now we're going to go into what does the Most High want from us? What is the Most High? What would He want us to ask, or what would He want from us? Numbers 11:29.
Numbers 11:29.
Go ahead.
And Moses said unto him, envious thou for my sake? Would God that all the Lord's people were prophets?
The Most High wants what?
Would the Most High that all the Lord's people were prophets?
Go ahead.
And that the Lord would put His Spirit upon them.
So this is what the Most High wants for all of us. That all of us would be prophets and prophetess. Where the Most High could put His Spirit on us. That's what He wants from us. That's what He wants. That falls in line with what Solomon wanted. When Solomon was like, listen, give me the proper knowledge and understanding to judge your people. Solomon was like a prophet to the people, a teacher. A light in the world full of darkness. So this is what the Most High wants. Most High wants all of us to be prophets, and so that He could put His Spirit on all of us, right? Go to John chapter 21, verse 15. And then somebody give me 1 Maccabees chapter 14 and verse 9.
John chapter 21, verse 15.
Go ahead.
So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these?
There. You love Yahushua more than these?
Yes, sir.
Ramiro, you love Yahushua? Okay, all right. I'm just asking everybody. Y'all love Yahushua? Read on.
He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs.
Yeah, feed the lambs. Feed the sheep.
Yep.
Read on.
He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my sheep.
Feed the sheep. You say you love Yahushua? Feed the sheep. If you're in a position right now where you're getting fed, eat so that you can get into the position where you're feeding. Where you can help feed. If you're not the one that feeds the sheep, okay, how can I help my husband feed the sheep until I can get to where I can feed the sheep? But it's about feeding the sheep. You love Yahushua, feed the sheep. This is my message to all the Christians and the Catholics and everybody. Y'all say y'all love Yahushua. Why aren't y'all feeding his sheep? Why aren't y'all feeding the sheep, man? How come there's so much anxiety, so much depression, so much unhappiness, so much hurt, so much pain, so much trauma? How come the people in the world is dealing with all these different things? Want to commit suicide? No sense of direction. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to get out of the hole that they're in. How? They're not being fed. That's why in Ezekiel they're called the valley of dry bones. They're not being fed. So Yahushua said, feed my sheep. Verse 17.
He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time.
So Peter got mad, like, bro, why you keep asking me this? Read on.
Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua saith unto him, Feed my sheep.
Feed my sheep. You know why? Yahushua did this 3 times. You know why he did it 3 times? It's very important, but he did it 3 times because it's very easy. It's very easy to get the knowledge and for you to be good, and then you just forget about everybody else. Like, I'm good. I got it. I'm all right. I'm good. I got the house. I got the car. My wife's in order. My kids are in order. I'm good. Yep. It's very easy. It's very easy to look at that and just be like, I'm blessed. I don't gotta worry about nobody else. You see what I'm saying? It's very easy, man. Very, very easy. So go to 1 Maccabees chapter 14, verse 9.
Book of 1 Maccabees chapter 14, verse 9. The ancient men sat at all the streets, communing together of good things.
So this is another thing that the Most High will want. What does the Most High want? Well, the Most High want the ancient men to sit in the streets, talking together of good things. The Most High wants the ancient men to be back at the gates, man.
God.
He wants the elders back at being elders. The elder brothers and the elder sisters. That's what the Most High wants. Read on.
And the young men put on their glorious and warlike apparel.
Yeah, man, and the young men to be warriors. Because guess what? Those elder men, those ancient elder men, they were warriors at one time too. But now they're good. So the young men, he wants the young men to put on their warlike apparel. Be warriors, man. Fight. When I say that, of course, y'all know our warfare is spiritual. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. He provided victuals for the city.
Yeah, man. And when this is happening, the Most High, he gives, the city gets food. The city gets whatever it needs. Read.
And set in them all manner of munition.
Yeah, anything the city needs, the city gets. Read on.
So that his honorable name was renowned unto the end of the world.
Go ahead.
He made peace in the land, and Israel rejoiced with great joy.
Y'all see that? Y'all want peace in y'all land? Y'all want to be able to rejoice with great joy? Well, the ancient men got to be doing what the ancient men should be doing. The grown men, the elders, should be doing what they should be doing. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Titus chapter 2, verse 1. And we are almost done. Titus chapter 2, verse 1.
Titus chapter 2, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine,
Go ahead.
that the aged men be sober,
Go ahead.
grave, temperate,
Uh-huh.
sound in faith, in charity, in patience.
This is like the link to Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
Yeah.
We go to Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 all the time. So why not go to Titus this time, right? We don't go to Titus all the time, so let's go to Titus. So what the Most High wants from us is for us to have sound doctrine. Sound doctrine. What does that mean? Sound doctrine. Like when something is sound, what is it?
Foolproof. It can't be.
Can't be messed with.
Yeah, it can't be messed with.
It's foolproof. It's perfect. Stick. It's fit. Kind. So the Most High wants us to speak the things. The Most High wants us to embody the things that become sound doctrine. Right? Read verse 2 again.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
The aged men be sober,
Yeah, man. Clear-minded. Read.
grave,
Righteous. Go ahead.
temperate,
Yeah, man. Temperate.
sound in faith.
Temperate, man. You done been through some things. The Most High done shaped you through temperance. Sound in faith. Yeah. Can't nobody poke holes in your faith. You're never wary. You're not double-minded. Read on.
In charity,
In charity.
in
Charity.
patience.
Charity meaning love. Patience. You're patient. You can be patient with people. Love your people. Be patient with your people. Verse 3.
Verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The aged women likewise, that they in behavior as becometh holiness.
Yeah, man. Sisters got to work on this. Where you get in this behavior where you're actually holy. You're holy and not a nigga. Let the nigga stay in the world.
Right.
Let the nigga stay in the world. The nigga's not going to make it into the kingdom. Excuse my language. But it's just not going to happen. Again, I love saying this. That's why it's called heaven for a reason. You see what I'm saying? So, let the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness. Y'all got to learn how to behave yourselves, man. Behave yourselves holy. That's what the Most High wants. Anybody want a badass kid? How much more a badass wife? If you wouldn't want a badass kid, why would you want a badass wife?
Nope.
A kid that you always got to spank this child. He goes to school. He's beating up the kids. He's bullying the other kids. The teacher call you. Yeah. Oh my God, he's doing this again. You got to go home and whip him. He's embarrassing you. She's embarrassing you.
Yep.
You ever see those Edomites that knock over that just throw a whole temper tantrum out in public? And Esau's like, oh my God, stop, Johnny. I'm sorry, not Johnny. Billy, Hank, stop. Ain't no Israelite named Hank.
You might
Stop.
be surprised.
Yeah, I probably won't be surprised.
Met an Israelite named Elmer.
Nah, there's lots of Israelites named Elmer.
I didn't at the time. I never knew of an Elmer other
El-
than
El-
Elmer Fudd.
Oh, nah, there's a lot. I had a lot of Elmers. Boomhauer. Boomhauer. Stop. Boomhauer.
You saw a name right there.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, that's the redneck.
Boomhauer. But right, like nobody wants a badass child, right? So you think a man wants a badass wife that don't know how to behave herself? No. So the scripture says that they be in behavior as becometh holiness. Read on.
Not false accusers.
Yeah, man, not false accusers, always lying about nothing. Why are you lying? Why did you even lie about that? That wasn't even worth lying about.
Done.
Tell the truth, move on. Right? Read on.
Not giving too much wine.
Yeah, man, not influenced by everything the world has to offer. Read on.
Teachers of good things.
Read on.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
Because this is what it's about, man. Again, we were just, me and Ramiro, first day Ramiro was down. We driving down Bissonnette, butt naked prostitutes. How many little girls is growing up on Bissonnette that's catching the school bus, because the school bus is right there, that lives in the same apartments, catching the metro, that sees that, man. And they're already, as little girls is already influenced by that. On top of the music.
I think about that and say to my, I would think how many teenagers know that they could just walk down the street, get picked up by someone, make some quick dough. Like, because it's out there. It's like, oh, girl, I want to get this new outfit, blah, 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 blah. Well, just go walk down Bissonnette one night. You'll get it in a night.
And let me say this too. Not all of them are just out there butt naked. There's some of them that actually dress up really nice. So how many of those little girls look at them and be like, man, she's really pretty.
Yeah.
And they don't have a father figure and don't have mother figures, and they see that. And that influence is already in their mind.
Because it represents money.
And it represents money, right? So those little girls are screwed. Read verse 4 again.
Verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober.
So again, like, that's speaking of that drastic measure. That's speaking of that drastic measure of, like, you know, you growing up in a prostitute lane, but just think about it. That's the drastic side, but you still have the side that's not that drastic. You have that side, but then you might have the little girl that might have been touched. You might have the little girl that lived in a house, got started doing drugs at a young age, had all the money in the world. Same thing with the little boys. Had all the money in the world, didn't live in the hood.
Yep.
Grew up good, but started sniffing coke or something, started popping pills. Or because they had everything that they could have wanted, they're spoiled, they're prideful as hell, they're ungrateful as hell. Like, there's different levels, but overall, the men and the women are sick.
That's true.
So what the Most High wants is for old men to teach the young men, right? And for women to teach the young women. Read on.
To love their husbands.
To what?
To love their husbands.
Not just, hey, you need to love him. You need to love him. Like, actually doing it. Actually doing it. Like, doing your wifely duties, because our people need to see. Our women and our men need to see. Like, let me show you how to love your husband. Let me show you. Let me show you how to be a wife.
Love is an action word.
Love is an action word. Glad you said that. Let me show you. This is what the Most High wants. This is what the Most High wants us to pray for. Let me show you. Let me show you how to keep the house clean and not filthy. Let me show you how to do laundry the right way. Let me show you how to cook
The right way.
the right way. Let me show you how to deal with kids. Let me show you. Let me show you how to love your husband. Let me show you how to make your husband happy to come home to dwell with you. And not rather be in the bar, not rather be in the strip club, not rather be at the boys' house. You know what I'm saying? Like, not rather be on the streets, not rather doing anything but being at the house with you. Let me show you how to do that. So this is what it's about. Read on.
To love their children.
Yeah, man, to love the kids. Let me teach the kids the right example. Let me sacrifice for my kid. You see what I'm saying? Verse 5.
To be discreet.
Discreet.
Chaste.
Chaste.
Keepers at home. Good. Obedient to their own husbands.
What? Read that again.
Obedient to their own husbands.
Sisters lack this. Not trying to make this a sisters class. but it's in there. Obedient to their own husbands. Your husband will tell you to do something, and then you come up, you don't like that he told you to do something, or it wasn't what you wanted to hear. So what do? You don't do it, and you come up with an excuse.
Don't do it. Question it.
I overslept. I'm sick. Oh, it wasn't gonna work out. It was raining. It's like excuse to disobey your husband. Is that what you're gonna teach the kids? Y'all see what I'm saying? So this is what we should be praying for as a wife. Be obedient to your husband, man. That's how the Most High said it. That's how he set the order. I hate using it like this, but that's how he set the matrix that we live in. It's very simple. You have two choices. You follow the scriptures, you get a blessing, you get peace, or you don't follow the scriptures. You get the other side. You don't get a blessing, you get cursed. And then you don't get peace, you get confusion. It's very simple. It is very simple. Read on.
That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed.
Go ahead.
Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded.
Yeah, man. Young men, we got to stay sober-minded, man. You got to stay focused on the goal at hand. If you're fresh into the truth, if you're new into the truth, the scripture says to gather
instruction from your youth up.
Gather instruction from your youth up. You're fresh into the truth. Gather all the instruction that you can. Gather all of it, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. I'm not just talking about sitting here and reading the Bible the whole time. No, call brothers, talk with brothers about everything. Counsel with your elders about everything before you make a move, and actually listen to counsel and follow counsel. That's what the Most High wants you to pray for. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Read verse 7.
In all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works. In doctrine, showing incorruptness. Gravity, sincerity.
Read on.
Sound speech that cannot be condemned.
Read on.
That he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you.
Con. Go to Proverbs 24:3, Proverbs 8:17. Proverbs 24:3, Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. We're going to switch to the point of, let's see the carnal benefits of wisdom, right? Let's see the carnal benefits of what the Most High would want you to pray for. Wisdom.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 3.
Read on.
Through wisdom is a house builded.
And
by understanding it is established.
You want your house? You want a nice family? You want your family to be established? You want your kids to grow up and be established? Read on.
And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches.
Yeah, man, it don't matter what your house is. It don't matter what your office is. It'll flourish with all kinds of precious and pleasant riches. Let's actually look at a carnal house. Carnal house that you buy and get a mortgage with here in America. If you got wisdom, you can take care of that house and you can make that house look good. That's at the basis level. Let's look at your family, your household. You operate with wisdom with your family, with your household. Listen, your kids, your wife, those are going to be that pleasant riches to you. Your job, your brothers, your school. This is all our house. All of us. We're each other's houses. You see what I'm saying? Imagine if we were all operating in wisdom. And imagine if the weakest link was like Elijah. Since Elisha got a double portion of the Spirit. Imagine if the weakest link was Elijah or Elisha. Imagine how cold we would be. Yahweh Shai rolling through with his disciples. Imagine how cold. So, wisdom does that. Go to Proverbs 8:17.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17.
Then Wisdom of Solomon 8:13.
I love them that love me.
Uh-huh.
And those that seek me early shall find me.
Go ahead.
Riches and honor are with me.
So yeah, so you wanna pray for riches and all that?
That's right.
Well, instead of praying for riches, how about you pray for wisdom? Riches and honor is automatically with wisdom. Read on.
Yea, durable riches and righteousness.
Not just money. Money's base. Gold, silver, diamonds, cars, all that stuff is base. How about rich in spirit? How about rich in health? How about rich in family? Rich in brotherhood, rich in sisterhood, rich in peace. Right? Verse 19.
My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver.
Oh, damn, I didn't know I was going to say that. Read on.
I led in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures.
Yeah, man, you wanna have your treasures filled? You actually want some substance? Well, Solomon didn't pray for any of that. The scriptures show you what Solomon prayed for, and all that was a byproduct. All that just came. Most High gave him that. Why? Because he wasn't thinking on that. He was thinking on something else. So the Most High just gave him all the other stuff.
That's right.
And that's how it is with us, man. If we're not thinking on, think about how many times you lost the remote. You tear down the whole house trying to find the remote. You spank all the kids because they threw away the remote. You know what I'm saying? And you look for the remote, you can't find it. And then when you stop looking for it, the remote just pops up. The remote pops up.
It's in the refrigerator.
You spank them for no reason. And it's in the refrigerator, or it's under the pillow, or it's inside of the pillowcase. Right? You found it when you weren't looking for it. That's how it be. The Most High will give you a lot of things when you're not asking for it. The carnal stuff, He'll give it to you when you're not asking for it. Why? Because He already knows you need it. You see what I'm saying? But you pray for the spiritual, and He'll throw in the carnal too. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 8:13, and in 2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 26.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Moreover, by the means of her I shall obtain immortality.
By the means of, who don't want to live forever? Who do not want to live forever? I want to live forever. Isn't that like whatever supervillain wants?
Yeah, why the villain always want it?
The villain always wants to live forever, but he always goes about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, phone died. You want to live forever?
Oh,
you want to live forever? The scripture is showing you wisdom. Wisdom. David lives forever. We always talk about him in class, right? And then he's up there with the Most High. Abraham, all these men, Elisha, Elijah, we don't even know what they look like. We just know they're up there with the Most High, and we talk about them. Solomon.
So true.
Read on.
And leave behind me an everlasting memorial to them that come after me.
Yeah, man, an everlasting memorial. We still talking about these brothers. We still talking about them. We still talking about these sisters, right? So that's what the Most High would want us to pray. I mean, those are the carnal blessings that you'll get when you pray to the Most High, right? When you pray and ask for wisdom. 2 more scriptures and then that's it. So this last point is going to be praying is our greatest weapon. The greatest weapon we have as Israelites is praying. It's praying, man. That's why they took it out of schools. They don't want you to pray.
That's right.
You used to pray every day in school. Now you don't pray at all. You don't pray at all. 2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 26, and then Isaiah chapter 38 and verse 1.
2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 26.
Oh, let's go to Isaiah 38 and 1. Let's go to that one first. The 2 Maccabees is perfect to end the class. Isaiah 38 and 1. And then you can read that 2 Maccabees 15, 26.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 38, verse 1.
Go ahead.
In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death. And Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz, came unto him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live.
Man, can you imagine you sick? And somebody come and tell you, bro, that's it. You're finna die. You're not gonna be able to live. Let's see, and a prophet at that. That means that's done deal. That's sealed. Read on.
Then Hezekiah turned his face toward the wall and prayed unto the Lord and said, Remember now, O Lord, I beseech thee, how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. Then came the word of the Lord, saying, Isaiah, saying, Go, and say to Hezekiah, Thus saith the Lord of God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer. I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years.
So man, Hezekiah was from the past. He prayed unto the Most High. The Most High added 15 years. Very similar to the sister's story. But he didn't add 15 years. Way more than that. Right? But, just a quick synopsis of what was happening here in Isaiah with Hezekiah. They were actually at war too. So Hezekiah knew that if he would have died, that the nation, I forgot what nation they were at war with, that they would have definitely came and tried to attack Israel. And Hezekiah was a righteous king. So he didn't want to just survive because he was scared to die. He wanted to survive because, well, he's a righteous king. His nation is at war. He knows that, okay, if I can survive, I can help. You see what I'm saying? I can help my nation. So let's close it out with 2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 26. So praying is what helped Hezekiah. It wasn't mollifying plaster. It wasn't the herbs or anything like that. Not saying not to take your herbs and the mollifying plaster and all that. Definitely not saying don't take those. But remember what heals you. It's the Most High. So above all, you pray unto the Most High. Read that, 2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 26 to end it.
2 Maccabees chapter 15, verse 26. But Judas and his company encountered the enemies with invocation and prayer.
So when Judas was about to go to war with them, he stepped to them with prayer. Read on.
So that fighting with their hands and praying unto the Most High with their hearts.
So they fought with their hands, but while they're fighting, they're praying to the Most High in their minds. Read.
They slew no less than 30 and 5,000 men.
Go ahead.
For through the appearance of the Most High, they were greatly cheered.
Con. So listen, man, praying is our greatest weapon. When you're fighting, fight with your hands, yes. But keep praying pray with your mind on. Keep your mind on the Most High, man. So whatever it is that you're going through in this life, whatever it is, yes, fight. Have some works behind your prayer. But pray unto the Most High, but definitely have some works. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So this is it. That is it for the class. So remember, this class is gonna be like a little 3-part class. The first part was prayer. The second part is gonna be fasting, and the third part is gonna be your gift. A lot of brothers and sisters always ask, man, what is my gift? I don't know what my gift is. Well, Scripture says you can pray and fast. The Most High will bless you with a gift, but we all come with a gift. But there's certain things that we can't obtain unless we pray and fast. You see what I'm saying? There are certain controls of there's a certain level of control over your spirit that you can't gain unless you're praying and fasting. You see what I'm saying? So,
and that goes back to the first scripture of the last class, that Matthew 17 and 15. How when Yahushua said the disciples couldn't cast out the demons from the lunatic. It's like, this don't come out but by fasting and praying. And again, like how you, like in the part 1 of the class, that issue or that problem that you have that you just can't shake, in that instance, you're the lunatic. We're the lunatics.
Yep.
So,
Yes, we are. All right. So, any statements, comments, concerns,
questions, comments, concerns, gripes,
anything?
complaints?
What is what are you saying? Plaster? Linoleum?
Oh, it's in Ecclesiasticus. Mollifying plaster.
Mollifying.
Fine plaster?
It's like
Somebody look up plaster.
it's like a cast.
Oh, it's a cast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
but we can look it up too. So
Mollifying plaster. It's in Ecclesiasticus. Wow. 1 second. Medicine, herbs. Is it 18 and 21? No, that's not that. That's not 18 and 21. It's
Does that go together like you were saying herbs and mollifying plaster?
I was quoting the scripture. I think it's in
Yeah, because I hear
38.
I hear y'all say it all the time. Not all the time.
yeah, it's in Ecclesiastes.
Is it chapter 38?
Yeah, it's somewhere in the 30s, I think.
Let me see. Slovakia. Man, how do you spell mollifying? Spelling is definitely not the. I know Dawiyah got me.
It's MOLLIFY.
Spell that again.
MOLLIFY.
Oh, it's Wisdom of Solomon, 16 and 12.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Damn, that is terrible.
Yep,
That's swordsmanship.
there it is.
Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Yahweh, which healeth all things. What is plaster? Anybody look at plaster?
Plaster is a wet substance that hardens when it becomes dry, and that is used to make smooth walls and ceilings.
Is there another definition?
That's one that came up, but mollifying is mollifying on that one seems more mollifying, to soothe and temper our deposition, to reduce the rigidity of, soften, to reduce in intensity.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. You said it's a cast, right?
Yeah.
Plaster?
Yeah,
It's like a soothing cast.
So it's like a soothing cast, which makes sense. Yeah. Trying to find a good definition of it, but yeah, you got that though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Mollifying, is what they make cast out of. So like if you had like a broke bone or a broken.
It covered in cuts.
There's not really a good definition of plaster.
Let me see if there's a synonym. Oh, look. So the synonym for plaster is band-aid, bandage.
Yeah, easy.
So that's it. Band-aid, it says dressing. It's a dressing. You know how like you'll dress your cut? A bandage or a bandit or a band-aid. So yeah. So that's what it is. So it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster or band-aid. What was the definition of mollifying again?
Like to soothe.
Yeah, so it wasn't like a soothing band-aid or a soothing ointment or, you know what I'm saying? Or a soothing cast.
yeah.
Dom said it's what they make cast out of.
Okay.
Dawam said it's what they made cast out of.
Plaster.
They used to put herbs. Oh, okay. They used to put herbs in the plaster to make your bones heal quicker. Okay,
They
yeah,
used
that
to
makes
put
sense.
herbs in the plaster to make your bones grow bigger.
They definitely don't do that now.
He said they used to put herbs in the plaster to make your bones heal quicker. That's what the whole.
Done.
Oh, so they go together then.
Yeah. Well, all right, so that's it. Tawada dawayat, tawada kayat, tawada tahawam. All right, so with that, we'd like to say tawada y'all for joining us here in Houston. We do have, the brothers are on right now in ISBHPK San Antonio, so definitely check that out. Just switch over ISBHPK San Antonio, check their class out. Tomorrow we will have, the brothers in Virginia, Zionala, he'll have a dope class for you out there with ISBHPK NORFOLK. So definitely check out class tomorrow with that. With that, we'd like to say shalom.
Shalom.
6 chill, fool, for real, for real.
Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah. This chapter will never leave Judah. This chapter will never leave Judah.